So welcome back to my channel. This is Gamer Dom, and this is the fantastic ISU-122S. This is the Tier 7 Russian premium TD. Was part of the Berlin quartet. It features a very rapid firing 122mm gun. It's kind of like the ISU-152 at Tier 7 with a 122mm gun rather than the 152mm gun. So on Hibbelsdorf, I'm platooned up with Shootandscoot and Dynamics, and we've got a pretty good matchup. We're top tier. Shoots in the T29, which the tank is falling in love with all of a sudden, and Dynamic was having a really rotten luck, a run of luck. He was in the M12 artillery, which I think was about the second or third time in a row we'd been on a city map where he was in artillery. And of course, sod's law, the next map he doesn't take artillery, he takes the scout. We get a nice open one where the artillery would have had a field day. So just the joke of wargaming for you. So the enemy have pushed quite hard on the Banana Road. Me and the VK have headed up the hill. I'm not sure why I went up the hill. To be honest, I think it was more the fact I just didn't know what else to do. I could see there were a lot of tanks heading towards Banana, and it's difficult when you're in a low slung vehicle like a TD to get a position where you can actually influence the battle, because the heavies all tend to get in your way. So I'm coming around here. The T-37 doesn't expect me here. Auto locked on, and good night Vienna. First kill, first shot, good start. There's a T-34, but it doesn't look like there's anything else here. So before there is, I'm going to push, because I'm not really worried about T-34. You may get one hit on me, but there we go, didn't even get the one hit on me. So we've taken the hill by the look of it. Doesn't look like it's anything more. Now, will there be? There's two places arties sit. They either sit at A0 or they sit at A12 on this map. I'm going to push down. Oh, and that was not what I was expecting to see. Managed to, he wasn't expecting to see me clearly, because he didn't even fire in time. So I managed to get round beside him, but can I outturn a Black Prince? But I've got his side armour, put a nice 400 hit into him. Now this ISU has fastest, why has he turned his back to me? Has probably one of the highest DPNs of any tank in the game, and it's also got reasonable armour. As you can see, I bounced a shot there. So that was fun, wasn't it? I actually outcircled a Black Prince in a TD. So I've got 3 kills already. Look at that. Bang, bang, bang. And none of the mods are working because of the upgrade, so I can't tell you how much damage I've done, but it was a shitload. Let's leave it at that. I was coming around to help the folks out on the Banana Road, but looks like they didn't need it. And I can see there's a T-34-85 there. Looks like the Dickermax is coming back. I'm looking at the mini-map, you can see. Looks like the Dickermax is coming back to try and cover me off. It looks like I've got enough time before the T-34-85 comes there. Hello, Dickermax. Goodbye, Dickermax. One big shell and a ram. That's the end of him. So I'll come back round. It doesn't look, I don't really want to scoot around the back of the KV2, because the chances are that there's going to be one of the Dickermaxes or something else up in the 3 line would come back and get me in crossfire. So I'm going to push round. Either I can take out that Tiger 1 or the T-34-85. Just trying to wrap this up. There he is. He turns, he fires, he misses, and I managed to clip the front mudguard by the look of it. I'm not sure how that happened, but it did. So we come around the corner. KV2, can we hit him? He's not looking at me. And where the hell did that shot go? And annoyingly, I think that's the first shot that's missed for me all game. He's not paying attention, but he's on reload anyway, so he's down. So that's Top Gun. That quickly, that's my Top Gun. So I'm going to pull round. There's nothing really to worry about left on their team for me. A couple of artillery, TD and a light tank. So, oh, there's another Dickermax. We can get 2 Dickermaxes in a row. Of course, it was Dickermax day because everyone had completed, or lots of people had completed the Dickermax challenge and got their beautiful Dickermaxes, and now discovering how terrible it is. So, light tank's down, or the medium tank I suppose it is, T-25, but it was low tier. and there's a couple of artillery left. I would like to get Radley Waters. Give me a Radley Waters. Let's go for the AMX first. First shot, bang. Can we get 9 kills? Come on, please, 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 please. Ah, damn it. Never mind. 8 kills. Massive game. So of course that was an ace tanker game. It was also a bruiser. Duelist, fire for effect. The wonderful Radley Waters medal, which everybody wants. 8 or 9 kills in one battle. Should have had 9. Should have had 9. Never mind. And to be fair, Shoot was trying to block the guy who was taking the kill to try and get me the 9th kill. But hey, what you can do. DPM on the ISU is very, very quick, but I couldn't kill 2 of them that quickly when there are all sorts of friends coming in. High caliber and Top Gun. I mean, we just obliterated them there. So 3,000 damage, 8 kills, 1,319 base XP. Shoot did a really good job on the Banana Road. 2,149 damage and 2 kills for him for 948. Poor old Dynamic just had a nightmare again. So he just had a run of just getting shitty maps when you got artillery or you got inappropriate tanks. And did virtually nothing, but to make up for it, he had some cracking games later on in the evening. So yeah, it swings and roundabouts, folks. It swings and roundabouts. So that game, how long did that game last? Less than 5 minutes to kill that team. I fired 12 shots. I hit with 11 of them and penned with all 11. It was just that one errant shot on the KV2. I don't know where that shell went. I thought I'd aimed it, but obviously I didn't. Just RNG. We took 4 hits, 2 of which penned, 2 of which didn't. It's can bounce, this tank, but it's like a lot of TDs. You just have to be a bit lucky, and there's a few humps and bumps on the outside of it which can block shots, but you can't count on it. So 83,000 credits, which is not bad for a tier 7 premium. Just once resupply costs came out at just shy of 69,000 credits. With a premium count would have been just shy of 41,000 without a premium count, which is still pretty good. 1,978 XP times 2 plus loads of bonuses for being in premiums and in platoon gave me 4,453 XP, which would have been just shy of 3,000 in a non-premium account. That was a bit of a monster game. Let's have another look at a slightly different Let's have a look at another different type of TD game. So this was another game we had the same evening actually, which you can see the same platoon setup. So I'm in this game in the Skoda T40. Shoot this time is in the SU100. And Dynamics is persisting with artillery in the M44. This is a tier 6 game on Fjord, so we've been pretty fortunate in terms of matchmaking. We're top tier, although I don't like this map very much. So we decide that we are going to push to the north and try and get round the come in from the north side down the 9-0 line if we possibly can, or at the very least stop any enemy tanks coming down from the A line into our cap. So Shoot is in this SU100, which is a really good TD, but it is one that you do have to get. You have to play it like an assault gun. You have to get in close. It's not a sniping tank. I'm not sure which gun he's got on it. I think he's got the big gun on it, but yeah, probably has. Just looking by the amount of shell. Well, I don't know. I meant to ask him what gun he carries, but whatever. He's getting quite good with this tank, as you'll see in this one. So I'm up ahead. You can see I was pushing up. The view range on the Skoda T40 is fantastic, so that was the idea of coming this way. I was expecting to see something long before I got there, and we've got artillery support. Bonkers. Dynamics keeping an eye over this way, and he said he could see a tree go down, so there's definitely something here. But we're trying to push forward. The T34 is being a bit more aggressive, so that enables me and Shoot to follow in. So I'm getting into this. I'm getting into the bush and blocking Shoot beautifully. And there you go. There's a Cromwell there. T34 took a big hit from the Cromwell. Tree just went off to his left. Did you see that? And there's the Wolverine. Nice shot there. Really nice shot. Well, that was my shot. That's why it was such a nice shot. I'm getting confused now. So Shoot didn't have a shot at that point. So our T-34 has just got himself killed. Bit stupid of him. Me and the Cromwell are having a bit of a how do you do, and I'm saying to Shoot, can you please just cover the Wolverine in case he pops round again and puts another shot in me. Team's doing okay. It's 3-4 actually. It was 3 all at one point. So you can see I've headed round because the teeth. Oh, and there we go. And I'm just about to meet my maker because that's a Cromwell, and a Cromwell can out DPM me unfortunately, and I've got no armour. But I put a big shot into him. He's seen better. Oh, and I got hit by artillery as well. You can see I'm on 11 hit points, and there I've died. But at least we took down the Cromwell as well. Shoot's now going to take the T-34 on. Big hit into his side armour. That was, oh, and then he misses the return shot. So can he finish him off? Oof, nasty. Good hit. And there's another one coming in. There's the Wolverine that we were trying to get earlier. Give him his dues. He's only a tier 5, but he didn't half scrap it up there. And there are a lot of artillery in this game. Well, there was. Actually, what we're talking about, there's not a lot of artillery. There's a very effective artillery in this game, and he's been firing quite a lot and causing a lot of damage. So, Shoot's now kind of not sure what to do, and he dithers a bit, to be honest. Here, I think we were all trying to get the T-28 to push down. You can see I was saying in chat, T-28 push down. Because like all Russian tanks, the SU has pretty poor view range, and of course, just being a helpful T-28, helpful team player the 28 was, he decides to carry on round. Now I suppose in some ways you can't blame him, because chances are the enemy have got a lot of TDs, and chances are at least 2 of them are pointing this way because they know that Shoot's there. Shoot puts a random shot through there into the sort of position where RT or TDs could be hiding. No idea whether it hit, but and the game's in a bit of a stalemate here. It's 8 plays 10, but the enemy have got more TDs, and you can see by the map we've only seen a KV-1. Well, it can only see a KV-1, and there's a Dickermax down in the little village in the south area. Nothing else is spotted at the moment, and chances are they're all going to be around the middle, so or around their base. So it's quite a tough proposition to assault this base without somebody scouting first, or at least having a go at seeing things. Oh, there's a Hellcat. Can Shoot get a shot? The Hellcat wasn't paying attention. He was very lucky there, Shoot. And Hellcat's gun traverse is blooming awful. So can he finish him off? Doesn't look like he'd be able to. But Shoot's worried about the artillery, so he's moving. Can he get him? Oh, that was nice of the Hellcat to help out there. If he'd run back down the hill, chances are Shoot would never have been able to hit him. And of course, now by coming back forward and trying to trade shots when you're on such low health was a mistake to make. So Shoot's got 3 kills. It is 10 to 11. So his team are still struggling. The T-28 is still wandering around aimlessly. I know he's a he's a low tier tank, tier 4, but the team needed his view range. So we've got a situation here. We've got Shoot on 122 health, so a one shot pretty much. Well, in fact, 2 everything on the enemy team, apart from maybe the 67. You've got Dynamics in an artillery piece trying to cover the middle. You've got a T-28 going up and down. Don't know. He's coming back round behind Shoot now. And a Dickermax who seems to be stuck or just fixated on that corner. I think he is trying to, well, he would say he's trying to get a shot across into the city onto where the Dickermax and the SU were last seen. Let me pump up the map because it's got small. There you go. So where the Dickermax and the SU were last seen down in the city in G7 and 8. So Dickermax is trying to cover them, but he's not really helping out here. And we've got a real impasse because the enemy are largely TDs and clearly not doing very... Oh, here we go. Impasse over. Nice one shot by the on the SU. Bounced a shot in return and pulled right back because he knows that the TDs will be looking this way, plus the RT will be looking there. Dynamics, I'm not sure what he was trying to do here. I think he, like I was, getting a bit frustrated. Nothing was really happening, so he tried to push it. but the trouble with the trouble with the artillery, just doesn't have any view range, and there he goes, he's dead. But at least Shoot does manage to get a really big hit on that Dickermax. 500 hit. Wow, very nice. And T28 finally does something useful and cleans him up. So it is a 3 plays 3. Shoot and the T28 and the Dickermax versus a T67, a Dickermax, and artillery. Our Dickermax has finally decided to move. He's going all the way around the middle. I mean, having sat there all game doing very, very little, he's now pushing, and he's going, and he's not even going through the middle, he's going all the way around the north. Wow, half the game's gone. I'm saying to the T28, just please spot. If he just gets down somewhere, even if he gets hit, their TDs have got to be looking 2 directions. They can't all be looking up here. They've got to be, somebody's got to be covering north, somebody's got to find looking south. And that was an artillery shell by the sound of it. So it means somebody's random firing this direction. Here we go. Shoot's still waiting. Still hear shots going off. It's another RT shell. I assume the T28 got spotted, because we're not on board with him, obviously we don't know, but I'm assuming he got spotted there. I was being a bit cheeky there, said report T28, but that was more just as much as anything trying to get him to move. Because at the moment, nothing's going to happen. On there, he finally spots something. And that's what we needed. We needed somebody to spot it. But it doesn't look like Shoot's got a shot. They must be behind a rock or something. The artillery's raining shells on here. Can we get a shot? And you can't see it on this, but he just got an outline. The Dickermax was hiding behind a rock, but he just gave a slither of his side there to Shoot to fire, and the T28 goes in. Finally he moves, takes a big hit, but he's got up to the rock. Shoot can now support him. Bang, there goes the T67, and we got a bit of one of those dancey moments around the rock now. But Shoot can come up and provide support on one side, and that's what we needed the 28 to do. We've been a bit harsh on him, but just needed somebody to push up, and it has to be a normal tank. A TD can't do this very easily. T67 could possibly do it, but we didn't have a T67, so as it was, now this Dickermax got the moment he turned to face Shoot, he got the T28 in his rear, and he gets taken out. So it's game over. Shoot's got top gun, which is great. Can he get the RT to finish it off? Yes, he can. Nice game. Very, very considered moves by Shoot. A tough game, because the enemy had so many TDs, and we clearly got a lot of them camping back at base, that made it very, very difficult to push the base without anybody viewing. So TDs are patient tanks. You've just got to be patient and wait for the opportunities and the shots when they came, and when they did, he blew them apart. So that was an ace tanker. Very nice game. He got duelist, he got fire for effect, he got high caliber and top gun. Finished up, obviously top of the team, 2,652 damage and 7 kills for 1121 base XP. I did okay, considering I died quite early. 819 damage, 1 kill, 465 base XP. Dynamics had another mare. I've shown 2 games now where he had a bit of a mare, but he did honestly have some better games later in the evening, or during the course of the evening. Sorry Dynamics, sorry mate. Oh, and actually, to be given this dues, this T28 in the end came out pretty well. I mean, he wasn't a tier 4 tank in a tier 6 game, wasn't he? He fired a lot of shots, he hit a lot, but didn't do much with them. So, but I think my biggest problem with him was he had better view range, I think, than pretty much everyone else, or at least he could have tried to use it. He certainly had more mobility than anybody else at the late stage of the game. and he was on full health. So it would have been good if he'd actually used some of those advantages for the team, but whatever. Shoot fired 12 shots, he hit with 11 and penned with 11 for that 2,600 damage. He took 5 hits in return, 3 of which penetrated, 2 didn't. The SU sort of flatters like it's got lots of armour, but it will bounce the odd shot, but it's not really that good armour, so you tend to get hit and penetrated when you do get hit. He made 42,500 credits near as damn it, after costs just shy of 27,700. With a premium account would have been 13,611 on a non-premium account. He made 1,681 experience for his crew. It was a ×2, and he got an extra 50 for being in a platoon. Gave him 3,414 XP, which is a good return for a tier 6 tank. And he made, if he hadn't been running a premium, he still would have made 2,275 XP. So there you go, different type of TD game, but just shows, there are TDs and there are TDs. Both of those TDs are assault gun TDs, so they work best when they are relatively close to the enemy. You don't want to get right in the front line unless you can avoid it, because you haven't really got the armour to bounce things. But just behind the heavies at sort of short to medium range is really effective when these big gunned TDs come into their own. So and while my ISU game was one where I was whizzing around all over the place using the mobility, catching the enemy by surprise, Shoot had to play a much more considered and studied game there with the SU-100. Mainly because the circumstances dictated it. The enemy had much more TDs and were obviously base camping, or at least were based around their base, and because Shoot didn't really have any kind of support of anybody spotting for him, it was really tough. So anyway, hope you enjoyed both those games. If you did, please consider giving them a like, and if you haven't already done so, subscribe to the channel. Just click on the subscribe button down below. It really helps the channel, so thank you if you have already done that, and thank you in anticipation if you are about to do that right now. Enjoy your games, have fun. Remember, it is just a game. You should enjoy it, and don't take it too seriously. And I'll see you again soon. Gamer Dom.